Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today I'm going to work on the Caroline's Craft Tree Challenge Week 23. I've been behind on my challenges lately. I got to get these things done. She's probably putting a new one out today. So I'm getting it filmed today. I'll be posting it Saturday. So I'll have that completed. I've also got my Think Outside the Box challenge to do. I got to get that done. Okay, what do we need to do? I need to show you the Care to Share. So here we go in the Care to Share, my shabby chic journal, and we're moving right along. Well, I think I showed you this the last time, the little belly band that it's like a double pocket, or triple pocket. I don't, because it's 1, 2, and 3. I guess that would be 3. I love this kit. Isn't it pretty? All right. Oh, I never filled that. This is a glassine bag. And, oh, I did fill it. Sorry. Is it a glassine bag? I'm trying to figure out what this is. Oh, it's a bag I got at Walmart. That's what it is. There was one that had gold dots on it. It was white with gold dots. I think there was a black one with gold dots. And there was another color or two. So that's what I did here. I took the bag. I covered it with napkin. That's the pink here with the green leaves. And then I had a stencil, no, a stamp. I have a like a scrolly kind of a stamp. And I went around the outside edge here. And then I put gold embossing powder on it. Can you see that gold kind of shine in there? And then I had a piece of collage paper I put across here. I also did a little stamping with a script stamp. And I had a little piece of collage paper going this way, it looks like. I had stuff all over the place. And then this was my favorite lady from that digital. I think Shabby Chic Rose. I think that's what it is. From the Journal Boat. This is one of her background papers, which is really pretty. And this is that image of that woman I'm crazy about. I just love that lady with her corseted, beautiful shirt on and the fancy little hat and the umbrella. I just love that. So that, I took just a regular old bag and I decorated it. Let's see what else is next. I'm giving you more sneaky peeks than... Anyway, this was a very, very early video of mine. And I took this die cut. It's like an overall. I think it's a 5 by... It was like for a card size. It's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So what I did, I had these little roses that were left over. Not roses. Little... Well, he gave me roses for a Valentine's Day or something, and all the rest of the flowers died, but those little flowers that are, what do you call those? Those dried flowers. Anyhow, so I'm trying to find something to use as a, okay, this is not what I'd like to show you, but this is still usable. What it is a piece of acetate, and you glue this acetate in there before you seal this envelope shut. And then it's still used as a place to put a card, a letter, whatever. But you can see through it. You can kind of see through it there, can't you? You can sort of see the little pink flowers. And then I covered that with a little piece of a doily digital that I had. And then you're able to tuck that back into here. And that's all she wrote. I could have decorated a little bit more on there, but I didn't worry about it. Now, this piece of paper that I made a pocket out of, it's not really paper. I think they call it mulberry paper. It's really soft. It doesn't have much of a form at all. That's why I put that on the back side, so you can see the dots here. So anyhow, I pulled this up, and I glued it, and I made a pocket. So this helps to form the shape to hold enough of this little envelope in here. I'm stumbling over my words. I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to hold off on that for the next one. Okay, and then I have another little thing that I made. Oh, that goes back here. I hope to make a couple more recipe books. Those sold in an hour. Oh, so I got to get back on that. So this is for my rose journal. It is, oh gosh, it's measuring it at 8.5 tall. I'm going by the size of a piece of paper, you know. So, anyhow, I'll probably maybe come back in here. They're file tabs, the top of file folders. And what it was is these little guys here. I made 4 of these to go to the shop. They're my little waterfall. See, they're in a waterfall design. The thing that they're on is an actual file folder. So what I did is I cut the top tab and the bottom tab off. That's where this come from. So, and then I took 2 spare pieces and made it the top and bottom to glue to. So in other words, you can take, and I just covered them with scrap before I put them together. And you can put something in here, and because of the way it is, you can put something in there really, really deep or really, really shallow. And I thought it was kind of a neat idea. It was just something to cover a page. Sometimes you need to cover a whole page, especially if it's a white page and you don't know what to do with it. So anyhow, enough of that. Thank you for coming to visit. How's everybody doing? Well, let's get started. Today we're doing an envelope. And like I said, this is Caroline's Craft Tree Challenge Week 23. Her items are string, foreign language, plaid, postal marks, and stencil. So, this is from a book that I got long ago. I wish I'd got 1,000 more, called Sweet Ambrosia. I think I've had this thing for ages. I don't even see a date on it. Nope, no date. Anyhow, it has some of the most beautiful pages in here, but they're all one-sided, of course. And you can see I've really picked and chose. I love this one. That's why it's still in there. I almost picked that one for today, but I got to be able to stamp on it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this whole length right here. I'm going to cut it right down the line there. And I'd cut that little piece off for something in the past, so I can't use that. So it's going to be left behind. It'll be used for something else. Don't worry. All right, so let me go cut that, and I'm going to score it. If you've never made an envelope before, this is going to be the easiest envelope you ever seen. So let me go over here and figure it out and score it, and I'll come back and tell you exactly where to score. Okay, and I thought I'd show you this. I'm just lightly going over the back with some gathered twigs, is it? Yes, oxide. And I work from the outside and come in. I'm not an expert at this inking, especially like this. That's why they always tell you to get a brush or something. But you're supposed to work off of your page and work yourself inward. And it makes a smooth transition. So, because if you go inside here somewhere and pounce down with that pad, it'll make a circle. Look, I almost made sort of a circle right there. But, I mean, this is just going to be the inside to be written on, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And it's just to cut the blaring white out of your back piece. It's going to be folded in. You don't have to worry. Yeah. There we go. That's all she took. All right. Now, I still need to go back over here and figure out where I want my score lines to be, and I'll come back and tell you. Okay, I went ahead and I went 5 and 10 because this was a 12-inch piece. I had wanted to keep this rose all together on the main piece. And if I'd made that the flap, it wouldn't have worked as good. Now, I probably should have went down a little bit further. Let's do that because it should be maybe 4 3/4. How about that? 4 3/4 is your first score. And then 10 is your other score. And I'll tell you why. Because I didn't even realize it until I just tried to fold that. Because you need to leave a little bit of room up here at the top to clear. That is the purpose of that. And I see a little bit... I'm off, but that's all right. All right, now I kind of went around the outside edge of this with the gathered twigs, but to make it kind of old looking, a lot of people will do this. They'll bend your envelope backwards and they'll go through that crease right like that. And it gives you, see, that real dark look. Now, if you're not a fan of inking, you don't have to worry about this part. But this really will age your envelope and make it look good. And we're also going to round these corners on the top. I'm not going to do it to this part. I'm only going to do it to the top up here. All right. So, let me bend that over. Get that. Then I'm going to round with a rounder. Like that. Come back in and hit it again. All right. So, to do what we need to do for the challenge, I have to use a few of my stencils. I've got these for postage stamps. I'm going to step those to the side because that'll be later on. I have a, I've got some lettering and stuff here that I thought might be pretty to go across here. Maybe on the outside to make it look like somebody wrote to you. I've also got kind of a grungy, it's called splatter. I like splatter to put brown spots on here to really, really age it. So that's what we're going to use that for. This one, I'm hitting two of my things at once. I've got stencil and plaid. You know I'm going for it too. Here is more of the letter kind of postal stuff. We're going to set that to the side. And we needed a foreign language. So what I'm going to do is probably, maybe I'll use that for my foreign language and put that in here on that side of the envelope. It's either going to be that or I'm going to use, yeah, I'm going to use that. I need script. I need some script on here somewhere. Now, more than likely, I'm going to do the plaid to do the inside. I may do a little corner out here in plaid, but I don't think I'm going to make the majority of it plaid. I think inside here needs to be the plaid. So let's get with that. And I think I'm making this for my rose journal. So, but I think I'm going to keep going with these colors. I like a little grungy. I'm into the little grungy. I did me a little journal the other day that was, oh, I loved it. I love the little grungy. It's got a lot of Tim Holtz things in it. My buddy Paper Crafting with Miss Tommy, she sent me some delicious little Tim Holtz things, the die cuts from the previous sets he put out. I forget. One was correspondence. One was something to do with filing, I think. I'm trying to remember. But they were, the one made a file folder. One made a slide holder. I forget. I think one had a tab in it. I can't remember too well what that was. Crap. You know, old people memories. They don't go hand in hand. Okay, the look I'm going for here. Oops. I'm going to kind of triangulate. I've heard that on science shows. I'm going to try to triangulate. So I'm not straight across. There we go. See, that's what I mean. Triangulate. Now you get it. Oh, goodness. Well, this was Mother's birthday. We went out and went to Harrisburg. We ate at her favorite Red Lobster. Oh, gosh. It was good, though. They really had some good stuff. I got a good Caesar salad there. And she got her house salad. We had the mushrooms for appetizers. And what else did we have? I'm going to do this corner, too. So, they had all-you-can-eat shrimp going on. So, what we did that. And I got the, what was it? Coconut Isle shrimp. It's covered with coconut. And I don't know if you've ever known this about me, but I love pina colada. Not much of a drinker. Not much one at all. But I love me a pina colada. So I will force myself now and then to have one. Like on the cruise I talked about in past videos, I had a BBC, and that was really, really close to a pina colada. That was good. I love pineapple and coconut, you know, mixed together. So, anyhow, that was what we did. We got that, and it has a pina colada dipping sauce. Num, num, num. And what else was it? We got the mushrooms, and then we didn't get dessert. She didn't want it. We got full. We just were completely full. So we didn't have much of anything else to eat. And I actually brought a bunch of it home. My husband ate it. He just got done having himself some coconut shrimp. So this piece here is papillon. And from my understanding, that is butterfly in French. So I don't have a stamp block that's that big, so I got to go back here and get my stamping, my cutting block from, which way? Okay, I got to go this way, from my quilting set. So let's get that on here. This is going to take care of the foreign language part, and we got the plaid taken care of. We got the stencil taken care of. This will be the... So I'm trying to figure out what all I got taken care of so far. I got to keep up with myself. The 5, I can't keep up with the 5. So I'm going to go in here with this color. I seem to have that color kind of in the rose there. So we're going to work with that. And I got to get enough... That little sunken area in there always gets me, because you can't stamp very well with these. I guess I need to actually stamp with one of my dewdrops. They do a really good job. If you haven't got the 12-pack of dewdrops, they're really worth it. And I'm telling you, I've got stuff that's been going on 2 years. I got a bunch of this stuff starting out when I was doing cards, and this stuff is still going strong. Okay, let's make sure it doesn't fall off of here. And I'm going to go off with a go off the page, so I need to do that. Nope, I don't want to go across the miles there. All right, let's do like that. We're going to get in Blanchard and Paris and a few other really weird words. So hopefully that will take care of our foreign language. So, there we go. Yep. It's kind of rustic looking. And see, what I need to do now, I need to come back around and do this to the edges and see how that really ages it. I want it to have a nice old look to it. My idea for that was like that's the address where the envelope is being sent to. I don't know if that passed inspection with everybody, but that's where I'm going. Yeah, artist interpretation. All right, and you want to really make up those corners. Those corners are key to making it look like it's been handled and trod on by a horse and fell off the back of the pickup, you know, those kind of things. Oh, maybe it got stuck on the island with Tom Hanks and Castaway. I need to behave myself. I'm telling you, I got tired last night. I was doing those videos for that little grungy paper bag bottom journal. Oh, those are going to be out next week. So everybody will get to see what I'm talking about with paper bag bottom. Boy, I went and I sat there for 2.5 hours. It was a long time to do those videos. I couldn't believe it. Oh, so anyhow, we have a pretty area right here, or even right here. I might need to dry that because I want to go in here with some ink and do some, heat embossing. But sure enough, when I try to put anything on here, it's going to hit this part. So let me dry this off and get out everything for the heat embossing. Okay, I actually changed my mind. Instead of heat embossing, I have these little butterflies. That's still part of that kit, that Shabby Rose, the Stamperia pack. That's the one I'm going to finish off in my rose journal. And I had this perfect little butterfly right there. And I won't have to worry about messing up my ink by using him. So we're going to put him down. This one has a purpose. It's going to be used in the closing of this if I need it. I haven't figured it out if it needs to have a closure, but if I do, I've got that right there. Yep, see, I want to put that right there so that cuts that line that I made with the script. And I cut his antenna off. I don't know if you know this, but you can actually get in there and draw it if you wanted to. You don't really need it. Nobody really notices. I mean, I really don't even notice it on that little guy. All right, so I opened this one up. Now, this is not part of the, the challenge, but this I really like to use. And I'm going to use this color right here, the Ground Espresso, because it's kind of like coffee. This is similar to a coffee stain. Now, this is the Splatter. I'm sure, yeah. And this is one of those mixed media sets. I don't know that it has a name. It's the one that has Crackle in it and Splatter. It doesn't have anything about the wording, but it's tiles, I guess you would say. And there's the number, THMM123. But this is a really useful stamp. There's another one I have that is really useful to put splatterings onto your page, and it really will add a lot to aging it. Like, you just, with these smaller stencils, you just have to watch you don't go over, into the crackle parts. You don't want to do that. All right, let's see what I got. See, it kind of splatteries it. Okay. Let's try one in this corner. See what we get. I'm not going to worry about that splotch right there. I want it to have a more natural splatter look to it. See how that worked. Yeah. I like it a lot better. And then you can go down through here and just kind of stick it wherever you might want a few more of these splotches. And if you vary it, it won't look so uniform. Like, see, I could turn it back around this way and just put a few of those other splotches in here. Yeah. I'm going to go back to this end and do this corner to give this a little bit of age. I pulled my little, I'm afraid to move it now with the camera being up there, but that jiggling, that I got rid of it. There's a few jars I have up here with stuff on them. That's what you kept hearing. I know that's probably getting on your nerves. Stuff like that gets on my nerves too. All right, we're going to throw us a few splatters down here in the corner. And just a few right here. It needs a few. Yeah. Maybe a few there. There we go. So, that's the kind of look I was going for. Now, it needs a few splatters right here. Especially with a bare spot. Yeah, whew, got over top of each other. Okay, let's do that one. Let's do us a little grunginess over here with Paris. And maybe a little something up here. so you don't notice the numbers as much. That's basically what I'm going for. Or not the numbers, I mean the lettering there. It kind of helps throw that in the background. When you could decipher, disguise. That's the I was going to say decipher. When you want to disguise something, that's how you would do it. All right, and I'm going to go ahead, since I've got this going on all the different pages, I'm going to do that and that, and throw me a little bit down here. Yeah, that guy, that that Paris guy, he was eating these baguettes and reading these letters, and he got coffee all over it. Oh my gosh. I like these little ones. Let's see if I can get the little ones in here. Oh yeah. Okay. I think that's good. Enough's enough. That's good. Okay. Now, what did we want to do? We have our postal marks and string. I am not exactly sure, nor did I plan on the string part. Now this part was to go over. Where's mine? There it is. This part goes here. This is to go over here. Like that. Let me, that paper. That paper's kind of old, so it's sort of split there. Let me give it some more ink. All right. So, I know I want some kind of a closure. Oh, I got an idea. Yes, okay. To get my string in here, let me get my string first. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put us a eyelet. I think I'm on the right one. I'm going to put us an eyelet on the bottom of this little card right here. And it's going to stick down below the edge. You can figure out which one my right hole here is at. Okay, I got to get it right centered below that butterfly. Okay, right there. That's good. And I have these little flowers. Don't ask me where I got them. I got them so long ago. Oh, it was like these little 5-packs or something. And we're going to go in there and we're going to squish. Oh, squished pretty good. First out. Well, squished it a little bit too much, but that's okay. We're okay. Now, what I'm going to do is glue. I'm going to glue this down on this top section, just clearing that hole. So I need to be right straight across here. And I'll cover the rest of it with glue. All right. So I want to be as close to center as I can. Let's get that out of the way. Where's my center? Where's my 0? There we go. I line it up on my 0. I'm at 3. I need to be a 3 1/4 on each side. Okay. So the butterfly needs to go right there. Trying to move it up just a tad more. Yeah, right there. Looks good, looks good. All right. I don't think I need that for anything else. And we might make sure that is down nicely. Yes, it is. And look, right at right at the edge. That's all she wrote. All right. Then we're going to put this in here. And I hope I cut enough of it to tie a bow. How should I do that? Let's see. I'm going to cut. I'm going to tie a knot. How about that? I'm going to tie a knot. And then it's going to go around like that. And then we're going to come back here. Can we tie a bow? No, we can't. I'll have to fix that. Hang on a second. Okay, I have that fixed finally. I had to tie it, and I didn't want to tie a knot. I put a little bead of glue there so I didn't lose any of my ribbon. So I've got this much to tie a little bow with. So it's to go around like that, and you tie a bow. We'll do that at the end because I've got to do my stamping. I have to do some postal marks. And with this hip stamp hooray, I think I got that at Hobby Lobby. I chose the little stamp that's right here. It's got like a 1. It's got a 3-cent paid. I didn't want to put this whopping one on there, so we're going with this one. And we're going to go with our brown. Actually, I'm going to get another brown. Hold on. We're going with this little Memento Espresso Truffle because it is a regular dye ink and I don't have as much trouble. I might have to stamp it off and see if it's working. Let me take my little scrap piece there and see if we got enough coming out. I've used this thing. I love this espresso truffle color. I have used it and used it. Do I have enough in there to do my stamp with? Oh, it's not stamping too hot. Let's test that again. If worst comes to worst, I will go with my VersaFine because I know that'll do a good job. All right, let's see. Do I have a bubble? I think I got a bubble in there. Yeah, I did better that time, but I see a bubble. You have to watch out on your stamps sometimes and make sure you get it all the way down because those bubbles will be trouble. They are trouble. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Should I went there? Okay. Anyhow, that looks good. I got stuff all over my fingers. Watch me touch everything and stain it. All right, let's try it again. We don't need a big stamp. It's postal marks. Look, I done covered up my 5 prompts. But yeah, postal marks is one of the prompts. So I have to have something on here postally. And I'm going to push down good. Especially in the center of that stamp. Somebody says you're not supposed to be doing heart palpitations or trying to do CPR, but sometimes you have to. I don't care what they say. Sometimes you gotta push because some things just don't go all the way through. Like, see there. I think it's got a dent in it there. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to take it off and I'm going to see if I can get that little piece. Can I line it up? I go try it right there. Good enough. I'm happy. That was better than I thought it was going to turn out. Okay, now I'm going to put airmail up here because this is coming from France. He's writing it to his girlfriend who lives in the States. So we're going to say it's air par avion air letter. Yeah. So we're going with that. Then I also want to use the plane, I think. The plane. Anybody remember that? You have to be old if you do. The plane. Oh, my goodness. Reminiscing. Yeah, I told you it was Mom's birthday. We went to our Red Lobster. We had intended to go to Hobby Lobby. Well, don't you know, Paper Studio is not on sale today. This is the bad week, or the junky week, I call it. There's a week that always had Tim Holtz and the Paper Studio. No. There was a week that had Tim Holtz and everything else that was good. And then you had the other week that had the Paper Studio and about nothing else. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to wait till Sunday and we're going to hit it hard. I need some paper pads. I'm running out. All right, so this is our project. We have string, which I'm calling a ribbon a string. We have foreign language, which we have in several spots. We have par avion. We have Blanchard. We have whatever that is, Chaumont. We have Paris. Oh, the A's almost gone. But it, you know, it's rustic. We have postal mark. And we have stencil and plaid inside of here. So, that's our cute little letter that France, or Pierre, there we go. Pierre is writing to Maud in Seattle or something. But we're going to tie us a little bow here, or as close as possible. And there we go. That's our little letter for our rose journal. Thank you very much for attending. And all my subscribers, viewers, and watchers, you know, I always appreciate you. Well, thank you very much, and everybody come back and see me again sometime. Bye-bye.